Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. We're going to see what your message from Spirit is today. And I am recording this video on Mother's Day. So I wish all of you who are mothers out there, whether it is a two-legged child or a four-legged child, or maybe a child that you consider that maybe has fins and or maybe it lives in an aquarium. Whatever you consider to be your little baby, I wish you all a happy Mother's Day. Okay, all right, so we're going to see what your message from Spirit is today. Okay, all right, Spirit, what do you have for us? What do you have for the collector? What's the message today? Okay. All right, so it looks like someone here might be moving, okay? I'm not sure if this is actually you or if this is someone in your life or in your energy who is changing where they're living, okay? Could be a different city, could be a different state, different country, could just mean, a different location as far as moving across town, but it looks like someone here is moving, all right? Spirit is saying to let go of what no longer serves you. Okay. So I know a lot of you have been manifesting and praying and just hoping for new to come in, that, everybody's kind of sick of dealing with the things from the past. A lot of you have felt like you have already let things go. And it's like, okay, well, I've already let things go. How much more do I need to, let go? But it looks like if things are not moving forward for you, obviously everything, is in divine timing, even though we all dislike to hear that. But that could be at play here. It could also be that maybe even though you have let go of someone or something, whoever is on the other end of this has not let go. And I get it. It's, I'm sure a lot of you out there are saying, that's not fair. I've done my part. But there could be something here that still needs to be done. Okay. I know we've been talking about someone from the past coming back, wanting to talk again and things like that. So it could be that this is something that, you might need to deal with in one way or another to move on, but we will see. Okay. So you or this other person, if this is about another person, could be a fire sign, or you might have fire significantly in your chart somewhere, or you could just be in this energy, where, you're very passionate, you know what you want and you go after it. But yeah, it could be that you have Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius in your chart, or like I said, in this other person's chart, if there is another person involved. Okay. Let's see here. Okay. Well, Spirit is saying you've got a date night coming up. Okay. So this is obviously going to be your choice. All right. It could be something for Mother's Day. All right. It could be something that's already planned. It could also be something that's a surprise. So, even if it doesn't happen on this day, it could be coming up here in the near future for you. All right. Because all of my readings are timeless. So obviously, whenever this reading found you, there must be a message here for you in some way. But yeah, Spirit says be ready to be wined and dined here. Okay. Someone wants to kind of show you a good time. All right. On the bottom of the deck, we've got distance. So it says you and your partner may be physically or emotionally distant. So if this is about another person that maybe you're dealing with, for some of you out there, it is a person. For some of you out there, it might be just a situation with, maybe multiple people or something like that. And that the date night could be something separate for you, like with somebody new possibly, but, with the distance here, especially if you're dealing with an actual person, maybe this connection hasn't let go of you yet. Okay. And even though you have physically moved away from them, and as well as emotionally, you're healing and you feel like you've kind of cut them off energetically, I feel like this person, is still in your energy here. Okay. Because we do have distance. So it could be, like I said, for some of you that this date night is going to be with that person. It could also be the situation, like I said, for some of you where it is a new person. Okay, I'm being called to use this deck here. So, all right. So we will see what's going on here for you. All right, Spirit. What can you tell us as far as, for one thing, who is moving here? Is there anything that you can tell the collective as far as who exactly is moving? Now, it could be, like I said, that it could be that it's you. Just, take what resonates and leave the rest here. Okay. Let's see here. Okay. So we've got the Five of Pentacles. It looks like whoever that is moving is feeling like they're in maybe a state of lack. They could be kind of feeling left out of either your life. They could be feeling left out of your energy. Okay. It could be that this person just feels left out of life in general from multiple people. Okay. But this is a state of feeling, sometimes it can be someone that feels like a victim. Okay. So if you know someone that's in that energy, it could be that victim mentality, that woe is me, things like that. Some of these people out there might be seeking attention just because they're maybe going through something, whether it's because of you or because of someone else that they feel is doing this to them. But it's this is their choice to be in this energy. Okay. And like I said, this person, they could be doing this for attention. So that might not resonate with all of you, but a lot of them it is. All right. So who is this? Okay. Yeah. So we have the Knight of Cups in reverse. So it looks like it could be a water sign here. And then with the Five of Pentacles could be someone with earth as well in their chart. But I'm feeling like this person, they could have been someone who owes you an apology. Okay. It could be someone who maybe you were hoping to have a love offer from, someone who has not expressed their feelings, basically. Okay. So if there's someone, or at least the depth of their feelings. So maybe if this person kind of just told you that they liked you, but deep down, this person actually has love for you. All right. But they are either afraid of doing that, afraid of that expression. They could be emotionally unavailable. They do not like being vulnerable with their emotions. Okay. And then we've got Temperance as well. So that's, Sagittarius energy there. But this person, yeah, I feel like they need to they need to balance things out with you. Okay. They need to make things right. And that could be why, even though you have let go of this person, so for those of you who do resonate with this being an actual person, I feel for the majority of you that is the case. And whether you're moving or not, I feel like this person is. Okay. So yeah, even though you've let go of this person and maybe you're trying to move on and heal, this person hasn't let you go. So that's why they're still showing up in your readings. That's why they're still, I get it. Why is this person still in my readings? Like, I've let them go. And I so get that, believe me. And, I just have chills now, yeah, from spirit because, believe me, I do get it. Where's the new stuff I'm manifesting? Like, I did my part. Well, unfortunately, this person, I feel like they're on a time crunch here because I don't feel that this is going to be something that your guides, your angels, and your ancestors are going to allow this person to keep you in this stuck energy for much longer, because I think a lot of you have been feeling stuck here where maybe things are not progressing the way you were hoping in life just because, this person is kind of holding you back here energetically, unfortunately. So let's see here. Yeah. And on the bottom of the deck, we've got the Five of Cups. So yeah, this person is feeling like regretful. They're feeling depressed. They're feeling, sorry for what they did to you. But for some reason, they're not allowing themselves to come toward you. I feel like this person is almost like intimidated by you, or this person is ashamed. And I feel like they just feel like they can't face you right now. Okay. But they are moving. All right. Yeah. So let's see here. What else can you tell us about this person who's moving, Spirit? What else can you tell us? Anything else? What do we got here? All right. So we've got the Ten of Cups. With the Ten of Cups here, I'm feeling multiple ways about this card with this energy. I'm feeling like it is possible for some of you that this person has a family, somewhere else, and maybe they're going through a divorce. It's not in reverse, but maybe this person, you might resonate with them having a family that maybe they hid from you, or a family that maybe they just don't talk about very often. Okay. But I feel even more so that might not resonate with all of you, but more so I feel with the Ten of Cups that this is someone who has an emotional attachment to you. This person feels emotionally connected to you. You and this person had some sort of emotional connection where this person never felt this way about anyone else. Okay. With the Ten of Cups, yeah, I do. It is a card of family, but I more so feel with the Ten of Pentacles that's even, to me, even stronger about a family. So I do feel with the Ten of Cups that it is more about emotions. It's about an emotional connection here. Okay. Um, and it could be that this person at one point, maybe you felt like this person was your emotional fulfillment. Like you thought that this person was it for you. You felt so emotionally connected to them as well, that this person, could have hurt you, and really disappointed you as well. We have the Nine of Swords. So now we have air energy here. And I feel like this person is stressing out. Okay. This person is having sleepless nights here. I feel like they're having a lot of difficulty being in that restful energy. And not only that, we have the Eight of Swords. So with the Eight of Swords and the Nine of Swords coming out, I feel like this person is, oh my gosh, they are in anxiety like 24/7. Okay. This person, they're anxious during the day, they're anxious at night. There is no resting for this person. Okay. And I just got chills again. That's my confirmation. Yes, absolutely. And so for basically all of you, this person, if you're dealing with an actual person here, like I said, most of you are, that this person, they're going through it. This person, they're not able to rest. They have no peace in their life. This person is like freaking out. And I feel like it could be due to karma. Okay. I've gotten this energy in the past where, your ancestors, your guides and angels, as well as this person's, are really getting on this person, because this person is trying to act like this, and they're trying to make you feel a certain way, and it's uncalled for, it's unnecessary, and it's hurtful. And I feel like this person has done this in the past to other people as well. And so they have this pattern possibly of doing this, and they're not going to get away with it any longer. Okay, enough is enough. And they are on a time crunch to come back your way and make things right with you. And if they continue to brush this off, this anxiety is going to get worse, is what I'm being told. Okay, to the point where I hate to say, but this person might have psychological issues that wind up ensuing after this and occur after this, because they might need some sort of psychological assistance, because of, they could be having paranormal activity in their everyday life, in their home. They're getting dreams about you, and the fact that they're not addressing the things that they came here to address in this lifetime. Yeah, they're definitely either an avoidant, or this person could just, lack taking accountability for their actions. They try to run away from that. Again, that is avoidant. Okay. On the bottom of the deck, we've got the Four of Wands. So this person, you could resonate with them being your twin flame. You might have been in a marriage with them, which is maybe why the Ten of Cups did come out for you. And maybe, you're divorced, okay, or separated, something like that. But, with the Four of Wands as well, I mean, maybe even if those don't resonate with you, those two scenarios, it could just be that this person, you were hoping and you really did think that this person was your person. And I do feel like they are. But this person basically fumbled it. All right. So, yeah. All right. So, as far as signs, I did mention a few signs here. We do have, we have water, we have earth, and we have air so far. Oh, and fire, if you count the Four of Wands. So I feel like we have all signs, and then additionally, we have Sagittarius here. Okay. Um, all right. So, Spirit, what can you tell the collective as far as, letting go, and what is your advice for them, for the collective here in this situation? Oh, okay. So I just had multiple cards fly on my floor. So give me one sec. I apologize. That was a significant burst of energy that just went through the cards there. And there are like 12 cards that flew out. So I'm not going to look at all of them. But the ones that fell out on my table, at least, we do have the Hermit here. So Virgo energy. I feel like, Spirit is saying, there is distance between you for a reason right now. And this person needs to bridge that distance. Okay. So do everything that you've been doing. I feel like you all have been, maybe you are hermiting and you're just kind of staying to yourself. You're kind of working on yourself. You're going within, you're meditating, you're praying, you're, manifesting, you're doing all of those great things here. Okay. We do have the star that came out. So Aquarius energy with the star, I feel like you are healing, okay, from whatever this person has done to you, and as well as other things. Okay. And this person could have been a catalyst for that as well, like a catalyst for significant healing of wounds. And, also with the star though, I feel like, maybe you have been in hermit and maybe you've gotten this resurgence of feeling inspired and hopeful for the future. Okay. And I'm not saying that, for some of you, it actually could be about this person. Maybe you're hopeful that this person will change and heal and they will return. For some of you out there, you're just hopeful for, everything that you're manifesting, and it does not even include this person. Okay. Maybe this person just significantly taught you a lesson to maybe take your power back, maybe not to overgive. Possibly, to recognize red flags and not see them as maybe pink flags, which sometimes is easier said than done, especially when your heart is concerned. We also have the Hierophant here. So this is Taurus energy here. And I feel with the Hierophant here that, you're committing yourself to yourself. You have commitment to bettering yourself and to moving past this situation and toward everything that you desire in life. Okay. So not necessarily even about like a person per se. It is just about all of your desires and the things that make you happy. Yeah, we have the Six of Wands. We're talking about success here. You are committed to being a success within yourself. And I mean, for some of you with the Six of Wands, it could be that, maybe you're in the public eye or you're meant to be. Okay. But I also do feel that Spirit is saying with this commitment that you're, exhibiting, you're feeling this sense of commitment to yourself and to maybe a new path, or maybe to healing yourself, like I said, and being the best version of yourself that you can be. I mean, that no one can ask for any more than that. I mean, trying to be the best version of yourself is really something that's really awesome. And a lot of people, because it's not easy to heal. It's not easy to, embark on that journey. And for anyone to even try to do that, hope to do that, give forth the energy to do that. I mean, that is even a lot, because a lot of people, it's too difficult, and they don't want to do it. And I feel like that's this person's problem, one of them, unfortunately. So hopefully they're getting out of that energy with, I mean, they're in their head, most definitely. But yeah, I mean, you're going to be successful here. You are definitely going to be successful. Okay, so we do have the Two of Wands that came out. So you all could be making plans here. You could be making plans for, your future. You could be making plans for everything that you have in store for you, or the commitments that you're making. Someone here might have like a red scarf, because I am, being drawn to the red scarf around, or it looks kind of like a cape almost, but yeah, like a red scarf here. Some of you might have an orange cat as well. Okay. But we have justice that also came out. So Libra energy here. And, this is your justice for doing the work. All right. So, justice is coming your way. Spirit wants you to, stay positive, because, all the good karma that you've accumulated, I know that it's hard to wait for it. Spirit is saying it's coming. Okay. Anything else, Spirit? Okay. What is this? Okay. Yeah. Three of Wands. Things are progressing for you. And, I feel like your ships are coming in. You might be, like I said, with the Two of Wands, you're making plans here, but you're also on the lookout. You're waiting for these ships to come in. So if one of those ships is this date night here with maybe a new person, or possibly with a past person, Spirit is saying that whatever you've been manifesting, it is coming your way here. Now, I feel like for some of you, it could be with the past person. Some of you, it could be with a new person. Okay. Yeah. On the bottom of the deck, we've got the Knight of Pentacles. Spirit is saying, take things slowly. Things take time to progress and make their way to you. Okay. So, try not to be discouraged. After that is the Lovers. So you might have a decision to make here, either, about this person, or maybe between this past person and a new person. But, it's about, could be about love here. The Lovers isn't always about love, but I do feel for the majority of you, yeah, that, it is about love. Yeah, we have the Empress. Male or female, doesn't matter the gender. Remember who you are. You are the full package, okay? You are worth so much. And anyone would be lucky, and they should be lucky to be, in your energy, in your presence, okay? Some of you are mothers with the Empress, again, for Mother's Day. And I just got chills. Oh my gosh. So, and some of you could be expecting, if you are, congratulations. But yeah, we have the Empress here. You are the total package. Absolutely the total package. So always remember that. Okay. All right. So I feel like like I said, we have all signs out here. With the Lovers, we also have Gemini energy. Other than that, I think I mentioned every other sign that was specific in this message, in this reading. Okay. All right. Well, I hope this reading helps. I hope it brought clarity and insight to you. Again, if you're finding this on Mother's Day, happy Mother's Day. And until next time, take care and namaste, my friends.